Hey, it's Monday.
Happy Monday.
I like mine better. Hey, it's Monday.
Hey, it's Monday. It's Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
If I look a little tired, do I look a little tired?
You look a little worn out. We need to give Curt a little grace. I get a text from him this morning at like 4 a.m. saying, I'm awake.
Come over when you want.
Come over whenever you want.
You ever have a sleepless night? That's what happened.
Rarely. I'm sorry that you did.
You know, sometimes the old brain just can't shut off. You're thinking about what we're going to talk about on the show today. So, but fortunately...
That's what's keeping you up at night?
Probably other things. But as an unemployed dude, I can go sleep it off as soon as we're done here, right?
That's true. That's
Catch
true.
Back up. So
I'm sorry, Curt. That sucks when you can't sleep.
Just a little bit. But we'll be fine. The show's going to benefit from it, I guarantee.
We have so much to talk about. And this week encompasses one of my favorite days of the year. Do you know what it is?
It's Juneteenth?
No, Wednesday's a holiday. Juneteenth. Many people have that off.
Right.
We will still be broadcasting, I think, a little podcast.
On it. What's your favorite day?
Thursday, June 20th, the first day of summer.
Oh, yeah.
The longest day of the year. I love it so much.
But then every day after that is sad because they keep getting shorter.
I'm not going there. I'm just going to the fact that it's summer, the first day of summer, despite this really crappy Pacific Northwest weather that we're having today.
I think we're in for a stretch of some decent weather, though.
We are?
Yeah, that's what
Thank
Abby Akoni
goodness.
said on Fox 13 or whatever.
Okay. I like it. I like it a
Abby.
lot.
So hopefully that will be the case. One of your favorite days of the year is coming up Thursday. And then, of course, Wednesday is a holiday for many.
Yes.
You mentioned that for Juneteenth as well.
What happened this weekend with you, Curt?
Oh, man, so much. Well, first of all, I took a leave from you, and we went to the casino yesterday. You texted on Saturday, like at 9 o'clock.
No, it was 8 o'clock saying we did an impromptu trip to Tulalip Casino.
It was actually 8:35. I actually have it on my phone.
It was 8:35? Okay, well, anyway, it's Saturday night. Come up. You love that place.
Yeah, so...
It's close to Pat's house.
We're always like, we're already ready for bed. No, we're not going. We're not going.
Actually, you ghosted me for the whole night, and then on the next morning.
We were already snoozing.
Possible. Cruise.
So we went yesterday.
Yay.
I thought for sure it was going to be a big winning day. It was not. But
it was not. I was just going to ask, did you win many, many U.S. dollars?
No. Did you win any U.S. dollars when you went?
No, I don't like to gamble at all. But, Pat's playing the slots. And I'm like, all right, I'll just put like $30 into. Well, I started with just 20. Like, I'm just going to spend $20. And then it sucked me in, and I put another $5 in. And then I'm like, Pat, do you have another $5? Because I'm sure that Queenie, the slot machine, is going to just burst for me.
I've never played that one. It looks scary.
Okay, Pat did play it, and he was up so much. It's such a fun slot machine.
Wait, he was up so much, and then what?
That's the key word, was. And then he got, I don't even know what. Little cocky, I don't even know what.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
So, okay. It was still
a fun night. Yeah. So you guys had fun.
There was that. But as you know, we're watching a friend's dog this week, little Jonah, the Havanese.
Yes.
And so when we went to said casino, it was the first time we left him and Bella the Beagle home alone.
Oh, dear.
And because we have those cameras inside the house, he barked. He stood at the door and barked. You're going to go, oh, this is sad.
Did he bark the entire time you were gone?
No, only for about an hour.
Oh, Papa Rama.
So we're like, so we check in after like 30 minutes. We're driving up to, to Layla. And, still barking. It's like, should we go home? Should we turn? Like, nope, we can't live our life like that. Plus the people who were watching the dog for this said, yeah, you can leave him anytime. He'll be fine. Well, we've got news for them. Not fine. He was not happy for about an hour. But then, like dogs do, we laid down on the couch and that was it.
But an hour of barking, dang.
Yeah, I'm glad we weren't there for that. Bark, 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 bark.
Okay, what else?
The only other thing was I wanted to play pickleball yesterday. That would have been Sunday. And we have our pickleball rackets.
Paddles.
We have our pickleball paddles. We don't have any pickleballs.
Are you kidding me?
It's like, oh, you know what? Something's missing here. It took me a while to figure it out.
Did you actually get out to the court?
No, we were going to just go out here in the cul-de-sac and just, bat the thing around. So anyway, I ordered some pickleballs. They'll be here tomorrow.
Outdoor ones or indoor ones? Because I didn't know that there was a difference.
They're outdoor ones supposedly with high bounce. That's what it just said. It said pickleball's a high bounce, high visibility because they're like bright green, yellow.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Curt Cruz.
Pickleballing will happen.
I love it.
But we had to have
with the
pickleball.
Pirat Curran party?
Yes, absolutely, you guys.
Okay, all right.
Because you gave me the challenge. You're like, Pat's so good. It's like, all right.
All right. Tell me if you went to see Inside Out 2, because I have not. I'm going to see it on Wednesday.
We did not go to see Inside Out 2 because we're going to go see it some other time. You didn't invite us on Wednesday because probably ghosted you on Saturday. So you're like, I'm done with those guys.
And you told me you were going to see it this weekend. So there's that.
We did think we were going to see it this weekend. That didn't happen. Because it's just nuts. It was Father's Day, and we just knew the places were going to be packed. So, I mean, I know that makes it sound like old people. We're like, yeah, let's just go where there's less people there.
The mall was packed.
Of course it was.
I went with some girlfriends to get pedicures because we're like, it's Father's Day. Like, everyone's going to be out celebrating Dad's Day. No. It was so busy at the mall. There were birds flying in the parking lot toward us.
What does that mean?
People were flipping us off. One woman.
Those kind of birds.
Those kind of birds were like, there's just a very angry driver who cut us off.
Right.
And so Jackie was driving, my roommate. She's like, what?
Yeah.
Really, we could have gotten in an accident, kind of cut off. And then she just flipped us off, and so Jackie flipped her off back. I'm like, when is the last time you ever flipped someone off? Come on.
That should be a question one time here. Hey, let us know. When's the last time you flipped somebody off?
Couldn't even believe it. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, usually it doesn't come to that with me either.
Oh, my gosh.
It was nuts out there. But you should know that Inside Out 2 actually broke. It came in second with its $155 million made domestically. That was second biggest animated opening ever. Incredibles 2 is the biggest.
Incredibles 2?
I don't know.
That surprises me.
But
wow.
Inside Out 2 had the biggest global opening of all time for an animated film. That was $295 million. So it's doing okay.
You know, I'm going to say why I believe that is, because it's all about emotions, and I feel like everybody can connect to that, right?
And there's a new emotion in Inside Out 2. This is anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Is that the only new one? Oh, you didn't see it yet.
No, I think it isn't depression or something.
I don't know.
There's more than one. There's like two. No, that's true. I think there's two different ones.
But
Embarrassment. Yeah.
You said you were going to see the Brats, about the Brat Pack. That
I did.
On Hulu?
Yeah.
You did watch that?
We had a couple girlfriends and I got together yesterday morning. We had some brunch together. We watched the movie on Hulu. That's when we got to get pedicures afterwards. But the movie is so good.
Okay.
Here's the thing that happened. We had to stop it a couple times to talk about it because it's very surprising the perspective that we had of the Brat Pack and some of the Brat Pack members' perspectives on their end. Very different.
Right.
And a little sad to me.
Well, despite your 5-star review, overall, IMDb, they had like 1,050 people turn in their reviews, and it got 3.9 stars. That's not bad.
No, I mean
3.9 stars.
Here's the thing: if you hadn't lived in the 80s, like if you're not a teenager or maybe early 20s,
right? I
don't know that you would. I mean, I just connected with it emotionally because they shaped the 80s. They were iconic in the 80s. Anyway, it's good. You got to see it. Well, I highly recommend it.
I was reserving comment because I was not. I don't think that those movies were targeting me at the time. I'm 5 years older than you, maybe. Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, St. Elmo's Fire and
Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles, and I mean, some of the other movies that they put in there, I was a little surprised about. But
the John Hughes films, for the most part,
for sure.
Were, I mean, I thought they were fine, but I didn't really get into the. Oh my God! So it was like Emilio Estevez and Judd Nelson and Andrew McCarthy. He's the one that did the movie. And,
the documentary.
Demi Moore and Molly Ringwald, who said, I'm not in the Brat Pack. She said that. I don't want to be in the Brat Pack. She's like, I think that they were...
Or early on, or because I don't want to be a spoiler alert. This is kind of a spoiler alert. I'm just going to say now, so just ignore us or something. Molly Ringwald was not in it, and I feel like she was the icon, one of the icons of the Brat Pack.
She claims that she didn't want to be a part of that whole deal, and I mean, this is just something I read, like an interview with her. She's like, nope, that wasn't me. I wasn't in that. But she was only in... Well, let me see. She was in Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles.
Was she in the Breakfast Club?
I guess you're right. So I think she was by...
She 100% was part of the was in the Brat Pack.
So now she's just in denial.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those things. Here's what surprised me. Demi Moore and Rob Lowe, super smart and had a great perspective about it.
And they still look the same as they did back then.
They look fantastic. Rob Lowe, still hot.
Yeah.
Demi Moore looks
hot.
fantastic. And she just has some really good words about, even just how to deal with life. And I did not realize, I don't know why, because I live under a rock, that she moved back in with Bruce Willis to take care of him. I did not know this.
I did not know that, because he's got a new wife now. Bruce Willis does.
I don't know. Maybe I need to do some fact checking. But one of the girlfriends that I was watching this with said, that she moved back in to help take care of Bruce and his, while he's dealing with this terminal. Isn't it a terminal disease?
Well, it's irreversible as far as I know. I don't know. I want to say it's
anyway.
terminal,
That just really struck me like, wow, that's some true love despite not being together anymore. You know what I mean? Just this connection.
I just think it's cute when you say, I need to check my facts. We're supposed to do that before we start.
I know. I didn't think this would come up, but it did.
I love it. Like based on what my girlfriend told me, and her friend told her that this is it.
Jackie knows everything.
This is a complete departure from the Brat Pack.
Yes.
Birthday today.
Oh.
Barry Manilow. And you're
How old is he?
81.
Oh.
He's one of those ones that you're like, I thought he was maybe dead already.
No, I knew he wasn't dead. That's okay.
What I
Good
think
for
is
Barry
cool,
Manilow.
Well, the songs, we were both young.
I know all his songs though because my mom loved him.
Right, Copacabana and
Mandy.
I write the songs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But did you know what he did before he became famous for doing that? Is he wrote jingles for commercials. You didn't know this at all?
I don't think I did. Maybe I did, and I'm not remembering. So refresh my memory. What commercials?
Well, some that you may have heard. I am stuck on Band-Aids.
Because Band-Aids stuck on me.
That was Barry.
Okay.
You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
At McDonald's.
These are big ones.
Yeah.
He did jingles for Dr. Pepper, KFC, for Pepsi.
He probably did the I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, won't you like to be a pepper too?
It was the first one that they put out, so I'm not sure which one.
Okay, all
right. The one that I think is, it's kind of sad in a way. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Okay.
Like a good neighbor,
right.
State Farm is there.
So he wrote the jingle, which your people are like, whatever. He wrote a jingle. Well, here's the thing. He got paid $500 for that. And
are you kidding?
There's no residuals or anything like that. The person who sang on that jingle is probably a multi-bajillionaire by now. But Barry got $500. Then again, it was what, 1970? I mean, still, $500 is not very much. And think about how much money they've used that nonstop since then.
Yeah, they have. And someone who got way more than $500 US for her work. Go ahead. Who's next? Who are we talking about next?
T Swift?
Yeah.
I'm going to see what your take is on this.
This surprised me. I can already tell you that.
Okay, Tay-Tay.
What's going on?
New album.
Yes.
The Tortured Poets Department's done so well. I mean, it's breaking records left and right. Did you know that there are 34 different versions of that album? Between being out on vinyl, being out on digital, being out on CD, even on cassette. She put it out on cassette, I guess.
How do you listen to it on cassette anymore?
Well,
I mean, I have a boombox still, so I can listen to it. But how does the rest of the world?
If you buy it on cassette without the ability to listen to it on cassette, I think that's on the consumer.
That's
true. They made a bad purchase. So they're saying, that may be part of the reason why the album, the Tortured Poets Department, has spent 2 months on top of the Billboard 200 chart, because it's not just that they're different formats that she's released it. It's like, okay, this one is just like the other ones, but it's got 2 different songs on it.
Yeah, that's Trickery.
This one's got some of the different variants on it, like maybe it's different packaging or one bonus song that the other ones don't.
And the super fans, which she has many, many of, will get all of them because we know someone like that for Lady Gaga.
Yes.
And whenever Lady Gaga releases an album, Taryn will go out and get every single one, magazine covers. Mm-hmm. I mean, all the things. So
those are super fans, and they're out there. They were complaining by saying it's a money grab. And especially for younger people, that they're going to... It's like, well, then don't buy it.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to say it's brilliant marketing is what it is.
Don't buy it.
It's brilliant marketing. If people are going to spend the money, put the product out there.
30 years ago on this date, so June 17th, 1994, I've got it written down here, 95 million Americans watched what?
What? Is this a trivia question for me?
Do you want to guess? June 17th, 1994, 95 million Americans watched. Would it be like
some kind of a big election or something? Or what is it? I don't know. What is it?
There was a slow police chase involving O.J. Simpson.
Oh, jeez.
30 years ago.
Don't do that to us,
But here's
Curt.
the thing.
Don't do it.
Who does not remember exactly where they were when that happened? I was standing in the newsroom at WVKS in Toledo. We're just standing around his radio station, on just watching his TV, just, jaws agape, like, what? Do you remember where you were when that was going on? Okay. I for some reason, I assumed people would.
I mean, I remember watching it. Mm-hmm. I think I was at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like you. It was in the afternoon. You're probably just hanging out, being
probably
lazy.
being a slacker.
Yeah.
All right.
So that happened 30 years ago today, if you care to remember that thing.
Okay. And then someone made history on Saturday?
This was a surprise to me. This was the biggest, I guess the most people at a concert ever. This was a concert at Kyle Field, Texas A&M University. There was a show Saturday night. The concert played to 110,905 people, the largest ticketed crowd in U.S. history. And the person who all those people paid to see, again, you can guess if you want. You're not going to get this one.
I won't.
I don't think so.
Is it like the Rolling Stones?
You're a country
something?
fan, so you might.
Oh, Morgan Wallen?
George Strait.
George Strait.
Can you
that
believe
makes
that?
sense. I mean, at A&M.
Yep.
Is that his alma mater?
I do not know, but that's I would have thought with you, it's like the
George
Stones.
Strait. Yay.
We used to play a George Strait song in my band. It was called "We Really Shouldn't Be Doing This," which I love.
Oh, George Strait, yay. So
Yeah.
he beat Grateful Dead's record.
Grateful Dead before that
Held
was
the
set
record.
in 1977. Yeah, he slaughtered it because they only had 107 and he had 110,000.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we have so much we're talking about today, but I want to mention this.
Please.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, yeah.
The big chef has the big cooking show in restaurants all over the place.
Right.
Got into a very, very bad bicycle accident in
true.
Connecticut over the weekend.
Right.
And he has a video, and if you have a chance to see it, I think it was on Instagram.
Don't watch it.
No, you should. You actually should watch it with your kids. And I didn't see the helmet. You saw the helmet. What that looked
badly
like?
Damaged, and he goes on. Gordon does great, by the way. He's like, wear helmets because he's like, dads, it's Father's Day, so if you're dads or you're not dads, wear the helmet. It saved his life.
Even on the shortest of trips, it doesn't
Right.
matter how short the trip is. He showed his bruise on the
I've
side.
never seen a bruise that. Imagine, if you will, your entire side from your shoulder, the entire side of your chest and your gut and your belly, almost down to your hip. Completely purple.
It took my breath away. I mean, you had to look at what I was looking at because when I saw it this morning, I'm like, like you can't even believe it. Just be careful out there and use the protection that is out there that is provided that you can buy, even if it might be a little expensive. It's worth it because it's your life.
Because when we were growing up, we didn't have that option. If you wanted to wear a helmet, it was going to be a motorcycle helmet. You'd be there on your bike.
That's true, right?
On your banana seat bike, ring, ring. With your motorcycle helmet on or something. Yeah, I didn't really have an option, I don't think. Unless you were a bike racer. Back then, they still had the helmet.
A couple weekends ago, I shared this with you. I just have to share it quickly. I was in Cedro.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a grown man, riding a motorcycle with his helmet with I don't know, maybe a 4-year-old riding in front of him.
On the lap type? Yeah, on the lap, sort of?
Yeah, on the front of the motorcycle, on the seat.
Or
He
the
must
gas
have been,
tank or whatever.
whatever.
Okay.
No helmet. It was on side roads, but I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know what you do about
Oh, made me
ignorant
mad.
people. I know,
I
they're
wanted
out
to
there.
say something. I wanted to go, okay.
Let's move on to this, because we talked about this on Friday.
I'm really proud of our people.
Yeah, a lot of people chimed in on this. What's the pettiest thing? And I didn't know that pettiest was a word. I thought it was most petty. But what is the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup? The pettiest thing. And you and I guess we're nice because we don't. Do you have any petty things you did after a breakup?
I don't. I was thinking about it. I think maybe throwing something away would have been the pettiest thing.
Yeah. I wrote songs, vicious songs.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I wrote this for you.
Did you give it to them?
Yeah.
Oh, Curt, I like it.
Oh, but they were terrible. They
Okay,
weren't good.
so you wrote in, and I
Yes.
like it so much.
The pettiest thing, once again, the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup.
Rita cleaned the toilet with his toothbrush and hopefully
Classic.
gave it right back to him.
Classic.
Brittany got his retro arcade machines in the divorce and then sold them all.
Ooh.
Heather took the shower head when she moved out, so there was just a stream of water shooting out of the wall. That was really awesome.
I like Laura's, when she says, can I quote this?
I wouldn't. Why don't you
Pitching
edit?
his stuff
His poop.
in the garbage
Not poop, really.
and chucking a bottle of contact solution out my front door, which was stupid, but somehow amazingly satisfying.
Yeah.
course
So
it was.
she took all his stuff and just put it. Okay.
Our friend Stacy,
Yes.
we've known for years. I didn't know this, but I could see her having the temperament to do this back in high school, especially. I broke into the high school journalism room. Stacy did. This is after hours, and changed, quote, his memory. You know, you put down, what's your best memory?
This
from high
is
school?
brilliant,
Okay.
actually. I like
So
this.
she broke into the journalism room, changed his memory that was to be printed in the yearbook to some gushy memory of me. So his biggest memory of high school is like, oh, Stacy, you're so great. Yeah. So
Stacy, good
that
on
was
you,
good,
sister.
Good revenge, Stacy. I
And
like
then
that.
TC said she filled the new girlfriend that moved in her hairspray with water. And that's big because here's the thing.
You're going to keep on spraying because it's not working?
You're spraying the hair that you just did, and it's going to ruin anything that you did to it because you're putting water in it. Now it's ruined. I mean, it's one of those petty things, but still.
I like it.
So satisfying. So thank you guys. So we love that. All the stories, whenever we post stuff like this, thank you for showing up. We
And they're
love it.
still posted. Feel free to chime in and
Yeah.
add yours if you want to, all right?
Yep.
Occupations, most of us have them. You and I.
Don't. Not right now. Not right now.
Between jobs.
Yes.
What occupation, they asked, is the most attractive if salary didn't matter? Okay, so
Okay.
salary doesn't matter at all. Maybe you're independently wealthy.
What's
and you just want to do something. People on social media came up with the most likely responses.
Okay,
for
tell me.
What
Tell me-
occupation are most attractive if salary didn't matter?
Give me the top, I don't know, 5.
The most likely, well, okay, we'll go. Somebody said pro bono veterinarian. You'd have to know a lot. You'd have to be a veterinarian to even be a. All right, forget that. Quality tester for a hammock manufacturer.
Kurt, you'd be good at that.
I like that one. I didn't know that was a job. I'm going to apply for that. Freelance musician.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah, that,
awesome.
yes.
Forest ranger. That'd be cool.
That's kind of a random one. A forest ranger?
Well, wait to hear what the top one was.
What is it?
Traveling food critic was not the top one. Traveling food critic would be great too. You travel around, you try food at restaurants.
Are you kidding me?
That's you.
How do I get signed up for that? Does this mean that they typically don't make a lot of money?
Well, it matter. Salary doesn't matter, so I guess not.
I
don't
want to
know.
do that.
I guess-
I want to do traveling food critic and make a lot of US dollars at the same time.
Well, the most likely response was the T-shirt cannon person at sporting events.
Oh, we kind of got to do that. Giving out
It's
prizes in our old job is
Right.
fun. I mean, some people it was met with, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when we got to give away trips to Disneyland and all the big things, lots of money.
Blast. But we never had a T-shirt cannon.
So great.
Because you know what we do? We'd end up shooting each other with it around the station.
Absolutely. But how
No
fun is
question.
that? Yeah.
You and
that
I
would be
and
fun.
Zach.
That'd be fun.
Pow!
A couple
For
other
sure.
things on the list: working at a comic shop, working at an animal rescue or sanctuary, and being a baker.
Those are all good.
Yeah.
Who put paleontologist?
What's a paleontologist?
A person who studies paleo? No.
Do you not know?
I believe it has something to do.
Hey Siri,
Isn't it like an archaeologist?
what's a paleontologist? I think so.
I think it's like an archaeologist.
What's a paleontologist? Come on, Siri.
Well, stop talking.
Oh.
She recorded all that.
Hey Siri, what's a paleontologist? You know, people listening to this right now are like, it's this. Oh, and I keep talking.
Stop it. Okay, we're not going to find out now. You don't know. You don't understand the rules of Siri.
Okay.
You got to just say one thing and let it go. So paleontologist made the list. We will know what paleontologist is for next time. We'll start the show with that. Okay. Let's move on to this dude.
Paleontology. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Just tell me about the dude suing Apple after he found his wife's.
His wife found deleted.
his wife.
It says it's in quotes. So this guy is suing Apple. His wife found texts to hookers that he thought was deleted. So he's saying, "Hey, Apple, you said these were deleted. They should be deleted." Now anybody knows, right? They're not actually deleted.
Yeah.
You can get those things. This guy in England. He and his wife are divorced now, by the way. I don't know if that needs to be said or not. He says he turned to prostitutes in the last few years of their marriage and would text them using the iPhone texting app iMessage. Another mistake, by the way.
That's just regular text messaging, right?
Get a burner phone, dude.
Oh my God, Kurt! How do you get a burner phone? Is it just
Let's stay on point.
Oh my God.
You're squirreling. All right. So he only deleted them from his phone, and she eventually found them on the iMac desktop computer that they shared because it's going to be shared with all your Apple devices and whatnot. She filed for divorce less than a month later, took him for all he's worth. Now he's suing to recover the money because he thinks that Apple, hey, I thought those were deleted. My wife found them. She sued me. You owe me $6.3 million.
Is this what happened?
Well, and this is his quote here, if I may. He claims he and his wife were very happily married for over 20 years, calling it a, quote, superb marriage.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, as you get all your side pieces from the host.
I just like that. He said if she'd found out he was cheating some other way, they might have been able to work through it. But seeing the texts from the hookers was just too brutal a way to find out, so she couldn't forgive him.
Stop your mouth right now.
$6.3 million.
Okay.
That's a lot of hookers.
Paleontologist.
Oh, God, okay.
A scientist who studies the history of life on Earth.
So like dinosaurs and stuff.
Through fossil record.
Dinosaurs.
Fossils are the evidence of past life on the planet.
Okay.
There you go.
Go paleontologist. We don't have to do it next show.
We knew it was something similar to that.
3/4 of Americans, and as we're going through this list, Jen, you already told me, I do these 5 things.
Okay.
3/4 of Americans say air travel manners have worsened over the past few years. Now,
yeah, I do these, and I
don't know if they've got this up here, so they say, hey, people, these are bad manners, and maybe you don't know. Because you were like coming out fighting with that one. I said, you shouldn't do this. Like,
I had no idea. I had no idea.
I'm gonna do what I want.
So, okay, go. Tell me these things, because I do most of them.
These are the things that air travel manners that have worsened over the past few years.
I know. Go. Let's hear it.
Putting bags on seats in the terminal. What's wrong with that? Putting bags on. Oh, if all the seats are full and you got your bags on the seat. Okay. Reclining your seat on the plane without asking. Here we go.
This is the one we got in a fight about, you and I.
In a fight, yes. Well, you don't know, small person, that some of us that have, legs that are longer, we're already knees against the seat in front of us, so when you slam your seat back.
I did not know I was supposed to ask if I could put my seat back before I do.
What
happens if they're sleeping? Do I wake them up?
I don't know. Maybe if you put it back gently, but I don't
slam it back. I mean, I do put it back gently, but I do it.
Well, I do it. My thing is, it's like, and you're going to argue with this as well. It's like, I don't see that much difference between upright seat and 2 inches back.
Oh, it's more than
2 inches.
Okay, well, first of all, 2 inches can make a big difference. Let's just start with that.
Why? Why, when I'm on no sleep, are you doing these jokes? Okay, I want to move on.
Okay, go.
So they're saying that's rude. Not putting your phone in airplane mode.
Sometimes I don't do that.
Is it because you forget, or are you doing it out of spite?
I'm doing it out of spite.
Well, I kind of wonder.
Like, what difference does that make? I'm not going to get anything. I'm not getting any text messages. I'm not getting any phone calls.
It's the rules, and that's what I think. I think it may not affect anything at all, and I'm sure we're going to have somebody from the FAA or an air traffic.
I'm probably going to get arrested now.
Saying, no, it's very important because of this. But it doesn't matter. They say, hey, would you mind putting your phone in airplane mode? They don't say, would you mind? You're like, okay, fine. That's what you do. A couple others. Well, you were like passing gas in your seat. Jen's like,
I don't do that.
You did.
If I have to, like, pass some gas, I'm going to, but I try not to.
You just do a little squeaker like, whoop.
Little spider bark.
I've never heard that.
You have not?
All right. It says here, asking people to switch seats on the plane is rude, but I think that usually I get asked that. I don't think I've asked people.
Oh,
but I've had people say, hey, my kid's over there and I'm here. Would you mind moving? And of course I say, get out of here. I'm not moving.
You do not.
If it's not a big deal. Listen, it's all about middle seats. If the kid's in a middle seat and I'm in an aisle.
Okay, I get that.
Not
yes.
changing.
I will ask. So I will book. I think I've told you this before. When I book air travel,
you book the
and
window,
it's just the two of us
in the aisle,
and hopefully no one sits in the middle. But if someone does, I'll ask if they want to switch. But I think they're switching to a better seat, right?
That's I'm trying to think of how many people do that. Oh, everybody.
Everybody does that?
We do. I don't think I don't think everybody does, but now you've given away our secret.
Okay. And I have, as a parent, asked if people would be willing to trade because we couldn't get on there.
It has, I mean, if it's going to be super uncomfortable, and to me, I'm a broad-shouldered dude, and I'm going to be fighting for armrests. Is the armrest thing on here, by the way?
Yeah.
Where?
No. Hanging or resting your leg in the aisle. Okay, no.
Using both armrests if you're not in the middle seat.
Yeah, that you shouldn't do that. I knew that was because the person in the middle is already uncomfortable.
Pushing on or kicking the seat in front of you.
That's annoying to me.
Rude. That's super
it's
rude.
really rude. And parents need to be on top of that for sure.
You should. Going barefoot on the plane?
I go barefoot on the plane.
Do you walk?
I don't walk in barefoot.
Into the lab?
Oh,
I didn't think so.
No.
I've seen people do that.
I have too.
Does that start your gag reflex? Like,
yes. Because you guys pee on the floor in there.
I don't.
Well, some guys, I don't know, humans do. And it's gross in there and it's sticky and oh my God, do not go in your bare feet. Not even in your socks. Put your shoes on.
There you go.
Okay, there.
I agree with, well, we've talked about most of them. So in case you didn't know some of these things.
Don't drink too much. Don't wear strong cologne or perfume. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Bringing strong smelling food in the plane is also on there.
All right.
I don't bring any food in the plane. So there you go. And there's something for you to work on, Jen, because you failed.
I did fail.
No, it's. I will. You know what? I do want to know. I don't care about the put your laptop, put your phone in airplane mode, just because I just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
But I would like to find out if there's an actual reason for it.
There is. There's an actual reason. I'm sure of it. Someone's going to tell us.
What's the big deal? I don't mind. I don't like to be told what to do.
You know, you're also not supposed to leave garbage, trash in the front pocket, seat pocket, in your front seat pocket, which is true. You know, they come around with trash collection all the time.
I didn't really think about that.
Just do your duty and put your garbage in the garbage.
And put your phone.
You said duty.
Put your phone in airplane mode and don't recline your seat and don't walk around barefoot.
All right. What's coming up tomorrow?
I wanted to share this because this is, I don't know if I'm lazy or just haven't gotten around to it, you know, and part of this is just because there's not really a routine anymore for us because other than doing this in the morning.
This gets us going and hopefully gets you going too.
It does. But then, you know, whatever. So the long and the short of this is ran out of deodorant, I don't know, maybe a week ago. So I've just been using Dana's, right?
You don't want to go to the store? I can give you some money if you need some money to buy deodorant, Curt.
It's not that I don't have money.
What is it about?
Well, I haven't thought about it. We haven't gone for groceries or anything.
Do you like Dana's? It smells good, right?
Well, it's fine. It's secret, which they used to say strong enough for a man, but made for a woman, which you probably can't say anymore. But
I'm going to say it still.
Yeah. So I've been using that. She doesn't have a problem with it. But what I wanted to know was I thought it'd be interesting to find out what of your partner's stuff. This is not for Jen. This is for everybody. And you as well.
Okay.
What of your partner's stuff do you use with or without them knowing? Maybe there's something that they have that you really like that's kind of special to them. But you're like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use that. Favorite glass.
Well, it doesn't have to be special to them either, right? It could just be their everyday thing that they use that you now use too.
Top of your head, do you have anything with you and Pat?
No. Not that I can think of.
Well, you wear his underwear, don't you?
No, I sure don't.
I thought I'd get a better reaction on that.
I'm trying to think.
What is it of your partner's stuff?
I mean, I like his t-shirts and sweatshirts. Oh, there's a coat. He has a coat. That's what it is. He has this puffy coat that has a hood that I love so much. I use it all the time.
And I'm sure and I don't mind if Dana wants to wear my clothes. I don't mind it much. What I mind is when I can't find it when I want to wear it.
Yeah.
And that's what ends up happening. She's like, oh yeah, that's in the backseat of my car. So how did it get there? All right. Things that your partner have that you use with or without them knowing that might be a bit of a
contentious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. Let us know on all the different platforms, which we usually start off by saying, hey, follow us and stuff like that. So we're going to say it now.
Yeah. If you like what you're hearing,
like, subscribe. Is there any other option?
It's helpful to us if you do that, please.
All those things, if you would, we'd love it.
All the things, Curt. All the things. You know what? It's Monday. Have a great start to your week. Have a great day. Make good choices, find joy, and spread kindness.